this week's episode of Bringing Back the Smile on Lyra Media TV with myself, Dave Sheahan, high performance consultant, and dedicated for over 25 years now to educating, motivating, inspiring people just like you in leading your best life, in most importantly, working towards happiness, whatever that may mean to you, because happiness means different things to different people, but you need to work towards happiness all the time. And, Bringing Back the Smile was born out of a concept I had when I was witnessing and seeing so much devastation from the last 15, 16 months at this stage of the incessant fear mongering, the negative emotions that were engulfing people, negative energy that was taking over on a global scale, and all of the injustices and unfairness and terrible things that were going on in the world. And I felt there was such a need to do something that would help uplift people, both in giving them tools and strategies and tips and stuff like that, and education, and how you can really empower your life and energize your life and take personal responsibility for your life, but also to counteract the incessant negativity and fear mongering that we have endured, especially if we allow ourselves to endure it by consuming, especially the media, and consuming people as well who let their fear and their poor energy on to people then as well. And the thing is, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our own energy. That's something that's so, so important. So you need to, again, look at your own energy and see what can you do to improve it. And that's, again, a lot of what I'm doing with people, is trying to give you the tips and tools and strategies so that you can protect yourself and protect your own energy. And the thing is, when you have good energy within yourself, you feel good, you feel empowered, you feel you can do a lot of positive things in the world, in your life, and for other people. But also that then has a positive impact on other people as well. So, by you getting yourself in a good state and getting to be a positive ball of energy, that then radiates out into other people, and then that radiates out into other people again, and so on. Like, think about how good it feels to feel good. Okay, it feels amazing. And we live in a society right now where negative energy, negative emotion has really taken over on a huge scale, on a global scale, and it's really important that we counteract this. Selfishness, greed, thinking of yourself only, materialism, consumerism, divisiveness, all these things have really taken over in the world, and have done increasingly so for a long, long time, a couple of decades, most of my life. But in the last year and a half, it has intensified and amplified to a huge degree. And this is why I want to speak to you about a particular topic today. It's really, really important, and it's about love. Now, when people hear love, they always think of kind of airy-fairiness, lovey-dovey, that type of thing. And that's an element of love, of course, but love is much more than that. We all need to embrace love. We all need to lead our lives with love. And when you do, that will certainly bring back the smile, which again is a big part of what I want to do. It will make you feel happier, make you laugh more, it will make you have a positive impact on other people so much more. And why is that? It's because love is the most powerful force that we have. Okay. When people act in love, it is life-changing for both themselves and anyone that they're impacting with that love. Okay. So I want you to, think of, even just take that thing of being in love. Everyone's been in love at some stage in their life. Now think of how you felt. It's like you're walking on air. Okay. So you felt energized, you felt empowered, you felt you could do anything. You didn't think of negative things. You didn't see bad things. You only saw good things. What happened? You were attracting more and more good stuff into your life. You felt good, and you were probably a joy to be around. Okay. That's the power of love on that sense, like between two people, for instance. But the thing is, when you're in that situation, the people who are closest to you or who you come in contact with feel that, and they get that, and it energizes them as well. Now, there's a general broader sense of love then as well, which is the broader sense of love in that, love everyone in terms of how you act, how you behave, what you do for other people. That's something that's really important, and something that's really lost in this world where, like I said, society has become really terrible and really negative and really poor energy and poor emotionally, and so much injustice. There's so much wrong that's going on in the world right now. And it's because in so many situations, people are not acting out of love. People are acting out of, hatred. There's so much divisiveness. There's so much, people taking one extreme or the other in terms of sides on everything. There's no empathy. Like, the most important thing for all of us to start to do and embrace is empathy. We need to become more empathetic, and we're not empathetic at all. We need to start becoming empathetic, okay? Because when you're empathetic, you can see both sides. You can see where a person's coming from. You can understand things better, and you listen more. It's very important that we listen, okay? And I'm telling you this type of stuff because if you become a better person yourself in every kind of aspect, you will feel better within yourself. That will make you feel better in terms of enjoying life and enjoying yourself more, loving yourself more. And that again will create more positivity within you, and it'll bring back the smile and make you laugh more, and then in turn have an impact on other people. So while you might be thinking, what's this topic got to do with this kind of show? It's got everything to do with this kind of show, because we need to start looking at things on a global basis. How can we each individually have a positive impact on other people? And how can that then radiate out into the world? Like I said, the world right now, and for way too long, for many, many decades, it's all about wars and fighting and one side or the other, and extremism in every sense. It doesn't matter if it's about politics, if it's about religion, if it's about any kind of issue in the world. It's like you've been this camp or this camp. Okay, it's one or the other, and then there's intense hatred. You even see it in sports where tribalism really takes over, and while tribalism to some degree can be a little bit harmless for a lot of people who get engulfed in kind of tribalism, it can become very dangerous for a lot of people too, where there is actual genuine hatred of an opposing team supporters, for instance. So it doesn't matter if it's in sports, in politics, if it's in religion, if it's in anything, even take food choices. It's insane that you can see so much hatred online between people who have different nutritional lifestyles. It is just crazy, but this is the world that's being created. There's more and more divisiveness, which then creates negative emotions like hatred. So much hatred in the world right now. We need to counteract it. And you yourself can have a positive impact by releasing any hatred that you may feel. You may feel hatred within yourself for certain people or certain, issues, people involved with certain issues. You need to release that because it doesn't do any good for you. We all need to act more out of love. We need to act with the right intentions. We need to be more empathetic. Okay, you need to start being more empathetic. Doesn't mean you have to agree with certain people. Doesn't mean you have to agree with situations or different issues, but you need to become empathetic to the people involved and why they're doing what they're doing. Okay, in certain situations. So this is really important because there's something called the butterfly effect, where something small happens. Let's say if over in New Zealand something small happens, something positive, and then it just starts to grow. And the butterfly effect is it's like a butterfly flying over the world, and then it grows and grows and grows, and it has a huge impact across. It's like even there's like the butterfly wing, the breeze created from it, and that creates another breeze, and it just keeps going and going, and it has a huge impact. It might cause a huge wave, let's say the other side of the world, that type of thing. So this is the power of love. Love is our most powerful force, okay? And you probably have never thought about love in this way, but love is our most powerful force. And when we act in love, we have a positive impact. And you can't but have a positive impact. When you do things with the right intention, when you're acting out of love, you will have a positive impact on other people. That's guaranteed. And you will have an impact on yourself then as well. Now, what would happen if more people acted out of love? What would happen? Just think about it. Like if even 100 people simultaneously act out of love, what would that do for those people, and then those people come in contact with those people, and then far reaching? If it was 1,000, or it was 1,000,000, or if it was 1,000,000,000, if most countries in the world embrace love, what would happen? And what would happen? Like even example, take even if you will have gone to concerts and things like this, and take when something really lifts your spirit, an amazing event, musical event, whatever type of music you're into, and there's 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 80,000 at it. Think of that feeling. How powerful is that feeling when everyone's in unison, just happy and in love with the present moment? Same as even at a sporting event, when your team's winning and that collection of people in unison are just in love with that moment, because that's what's happening. You're in love with that moment. You're on a high. You're uplifted because of that moment. Now think of that energy. If we could collectively live with that energy and act with that energy and behave with that energy and do everything with the right intention of maintaining that energy, how powerful would that be? It would be completely unstoppable. Okay, it's like it's a necessity for the counteraction towards the war mentality. Countries are constantly trying to get one up on each other. We see it all the time. We see what's going on right now with Israel and Palestine. We see all the different wars over the years. We see all the terrible injustices that happen. We see certain parts of every single city where just terrible crimes being committed pretty much on a nightly basis. Again, the anger, the bad emotion, the hatred, the jealousy, the lack of empathy, the lack of understanding is a reason that's happening. The divisiveness between Again, like even religions, think again over time, the amount of blood is on religion over the centuries. Again, all based on power and hatred and negative stuff, instead of, us all living together and living in the best way for other people. And this is where, as I said, love is the most powerful force that we have. And we need to start embracing it. We need to start using it. And you can do it in your own life. You need to live more out of love. It's like even if you've had things happen in your life with family and friends, and let's say they've upset you, they've hurt you, they've double crossed you, they've not supported you, any of these kind of things. And, it has a knot right here, creates that knot right there. And, you find it hard to get rid of that. And you find it hard to feel love towards these people. You feel only negative emotions towards them. Now, does that help when again you're in their company? Does it help again to have a better atmosphere? Does it help the other way around? Whereas if you can find it in yourself to have come to peace with that situation, what is going to happen then? If you truly come to peace with that situation, again, understand and empathize with what they've done, even if it's not really good, even if it's horrendous what they've done, if you can empathize, what is that going to do then for you in terms of how you feel yourself, the energy you're going to give off, the energy that they're going to feel? We need to again start acting more out of love in everything we do. What are you passionate about in life? What is it you love to do? What is it you have as a hobby? What would you do even if you weren't getting paid for it, if it's something you are doing right now? What would you love to be doing instead of what you're doing right now? Because most people are doing things they don't enjoy, they're not passionate about. So imagine if you were putting the effort you're putting in now and more into something that you love. How powerful would that be? It's like for me, again, my work is a passion for me. It's my life mission. It's what I feel my purpose is here. So, I'm doing with the right intention. Everything I do, whether it be this show or anything else I put out there, I'm doing it with the right intention, coming from a place of love, wanting to make a positive impact on other people. And that's how I lead my life. Now, if everyone was to do that with their passion to positively make an impact on other people's lives by what they're doing, it could be selling ice cream. It doesn't have to be coaching of any sort. It's just literally that you're doing something with love. You're putting love into something. It's like if you look at people who are very successful, what they're doing is something they're very passionate about and something that they have a deep love for. Same as when you see well brought up kids or happy kids, happy families. Why is that? It's because love is what's engulfing these people. Love is what these people are feeling. Love is what these people are radiating to each other. Same if you see a real happy couple who just look like they're in love. They could be together 30 years or it could be 3 months, whatever it is. Again, they're just leading with love. We need to start leading with love. When you lead with love, everything gets better. And wherever you are right now in the moment in your life, you need to see where can you improve, both in terms of letting go of the chains, so chains from the past, because there might be some chains that are holding you back during, keeping some deep-rooted negative emotions in there that you need to get rid of, you need to eradicate and eliminate, and become at peace with them. Become at peace with things that have bothered you in the past that you're still holding on to too tight. Because while you hold on to things in the past, you can't act fully with love in the present and into the future. So you need to let things go. And then you need, as I said, to act out of love and act in the right way towards, a better life, feeling better, and also having a positive impact on other people. Because again, this is the power that you have. You have it, I have it, we all have it. We all can have such a positive impact on other people. But it's just a case of will you? Love is our most powerful force. Our most powerful force. It can change everything. If more of the world acted in love, in what they do, it would be a very different world. A very, very different world. Now, if you've ever experienced some of the, again, it's like philosophies of the East, or like the monks and different religions and so on, they're in the East, and the meditation element, the yoga element, the silence element, like all these different things that they do, that some of us in the West may look as being crazy. But if you've ever experienced any of these type of, movements, philosophies, organizations, people, ways of life, most of them are acting out of love, and you feel that. You truly feel that, So I can't stress enough to you the importance of you embracing this, embracing love as a concept, and not just seeing love as something That's between a couple or between a parent and their child. That's an element of love, but there's many more aspects of love, many more types of love. And I want you to see the bigger picture, and I want you to start seeing your role in this bigger picture, because you can have such a positive impact on so many people, but it starts with you. It's like even loving yourself. Like I've spoken so often about self-love. Like if you don't love yourself, it's very hard for you to love someone else. It's very hard for you to have the impact on others that you could potentially have. You need to love yourself first and foremost. And then when you love yourself, that creates this positive energy that then has an impact on other people everywhere. So it's really important that you get love within yourself, you act with sole intention of love, sole purpose of love, sole purpose of making a positive impact. You live your life with love, true love, giving love, and then you as one unit will impact the other units around you, and that radiate and radiate and radiate. And the more people who are truly acting in love, the better the place will be, the better the world can be. And this is our only hope, really. And we need to act out of love. We need to stop the greed. We need to stop the hatred. We need to stop the selfishness. We need to stop the materialism, the consumerism, all these terrible things that are have engulfed our world, that we've allowed engulf our world, because we have allowed it. They haven't just happened. We've allowed them to happen. And we need to start taking back the world. We need to start creating it the way it could be, which is, full of happiness, full of joy, full of smiles, full of laughter, and full of love. People will often joke about the hippie times back in, I think it was around the 60s, and they joke about it, but anyone who's back then always will say it was happy times. It's happy times. And why? Because love was the focus. Love was the focus. People acted out of love. It didn't matter whether they're spaced out or they never touched a drug in their life. They were still happy and happier. Modern life has changed dramatically, and not for the good. We need to go back more and more to those kind of times, and more to that kind of mentality that people had, that community feel, that, helping each other mentality, that loving mentality, and just truly acting out of love and with the right intentions. Okay. So, my message from Bring Back the Smile this week is, embrace love, give love, feel love, create love of yourself, give love to other people, give love through the energy you put out there, give love through the intentions you put out there, never expecting anything in return, just doing things truly because you want to help people or have a positive impact. And let's collectively, with this type of movement, have a huge positive impact on everyone around us, our cities, our countries, the world at large. Because if enough people act out of love and live their life through love and love themselves, things will change dramatically. And for certain, that will help with bringing back the smile. All right, so I hope this episode of Bring Back the Smile has been of use to you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd really love to get your questions, feedback, comments, anything you'd like to share. Again, I always love to hear your personal experiences and stories. So make sure you get in contact the show, or else contact me directly. You can find me on any of the social media. Love to hear from you. Love getting the feedback to getting since this show started. Like, I'm really excited for where Bringing Back the Smile is going to get to. It's a needed show. This type of material is so needed. People need to get mindset shifts. People need to change their psychology and need to change their behaviors. And hopefully what I share in each of these shows will have a positive impact. And I'd love to, as I said, get the feedback from you on an ongoing basis. Keep sending to me. So take care. Have an awesome day. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep making a positive impact.